Hello, we are Jim and Ann Eisdvold, and the first thing we'd like to do is to thank the Alexandria Area Community Foundation for this wonderful award. One certainly asks themselves, are you deserving? Because it has a history of very deserving and wonderful recipients. For the next few minutes, AJ will interview us and you'll get to know who we are and ask us a few questions about our family, our community, and what we're all about. It's also interesting for me and Ann to understand how important community becomes as a theme of this interview. So if you listen, you'll probably learn a few things about us.
I was born in Brainerd, Minnesota, moved to Detroit Lakes, graduated from high school there, and also went to Concordia in Moorhead, so you might guess now that is where we met each other. We really had met at Concordia that year at a meeting, which is something that we did the rest of our life. We went to meetings. We were at an inter-society meeting, and we both were on that committee, and so we did meet there. And to just have that senior year together was so special, so special. Well, we are so blessed. We have an absolutely wonderful family. I get a little teary-eyed talking about them, but they are wonderful. We have one son and one daughter, and both of them have wonderful partners. We have two grandchildren that our grandson just graduated from college at Gustavus, and our granddaughter has had 1 year of college at a small liberal arts college in Maine called Bates. Daughter has been employed over the years at the YMCA in Duluth. That's where she lives. And our son-in-law works for the DNR all up and down the North Shore area. He's a civil engineer. And our son Philip lives in Minneapolis and also in Rancho Mirage, California. And his partner Ty is self-employed. He works in the furniture business. So our life is rich and full with family. After we got married, went to live in Morris because that's where Jim's business was, and then came to Alex in 1990 with our business moving over here.
For a career, I chose to go into our family business. I did happen to work through high school and college and really enjoyed getting to meet people and quite honestly selling. That was a real treat to do that. I ended up becoming, with my cousin, third generation owners of Henry's, and began there in 1970 for 20 years. We were in Morris and had an opportunity in 1990 to move to Alexandria, Minnesota. Ended up being a 50-plus year career.
One of the really special memories that we have about something that we were involved in the community was back in about 94-5. We were part of the band booster group in town. We felt just so wonderful to be part of this group and to see not only was it parents, it was the whole community that was involved in this.
The culmination of that experience was in the winter of 94-95. The Alexandria band had been invited to go to the Fiesta Bowl parade out in Phoenix. And at that time, I think the band had to be literally at its peak. We ended up with 300 students flying to Phoenix. We had to charter a couple of airplanes and raise the money for, those that needed a little help. But we got there and had a chance to take in all the sights and see things, very educational too. But the day of the parade we'll never forget. It was one of those moments. It's like when high school team, basketball team this year won the state tournament. We felt that we won the national tournament for marching bands because here we were, the school from Minnesota competing with East Coast, West Coast. And long story short, we walked away as grand champion of that parade.
That's a great memory for us.
It was just something that we'll never forget, getting involved in community. In giving back to the community, I guess my arena of enjoyment is development and leadership. I have chaired the Knut Nielsen board, been part of the foundation. I got, after 24 years, you're kind of told that, okay, you've done your thing, but Band Boosters was fun. I've been on the chamber board. Those are enjoyable because you're dealing with great people. You're out there in the audience, you know who you are, and it's fun to engage and work together.
I think that I had such a good example from my parents. They were always helping and doing, and it isn't necessarily always the money that you give too. It is the time that you give, maybe your expertise that you have in some area, but it's the giving part of yourself. And that was a great example for me.
I also kind of observed as I was growing that people provided us with a wonderful school system, wonderful buildings, or churches or community event centers. Somebody had to step up and do that. And if you think a little bit deeper, you realize that they did, and they gave of themselves and their possessions to make it available for us. So it little osmosis there.